Good afternoon, everybody in the U.S. and around the world. Welcome to the 2021 Mixed Doubles National Championship with the semifinal matchup coming up next. Hey curling fans, welcome back to the Wausau Curling Club for this semifinal matchup for the Mixed Doubles Championship. I'm Joel Dietz in the red zone bubble, and joining me as always from the green zone athlete side is Dean Gemmel. How's it going, Dean?
I am excellent, Joel. Thanks again for starting us off here with the spectacular footage of Wausau, Wisconsin. But what started as a field of 24 teams has been whittled down to 4. And they'll be on the ice this afternoon. Persinger, Plys, Geving, Violette, Bear, STOPERA, BURCHESKY, RICHARDSON. And I'm fortunate enough to be joined in the booth today by Rich Ruohonen, two-time national champion. Rich, welcome to the webcast.
Thanks, Dean. I don't know if most people would agree with you that you're fortunate, but I'm glad to be here.
Didn't you hear me stumble on that, Rich?
Yeah,
I had it in my head, and then I thought, really, am I? I'm not sure. But Rich, you were in this event as well, of course. So eliminated last night. Played with Jamie Sinclair. Had a good run. Started 4-0, and then dropped the last game of your round robin pool to Violette and Geving, and then dropped again. But so, what was your overall experience with mixed doubles?
It's super fun. We had a great time, me and Jamie, and it's nice to play with. You know, we were always worried. We hadn't played enough, you know. We played 5 practice games, that's it, together, and so, you know, we were learning kind of as we went, but we played really well. We just kind of ran into a bad rock in that last game, and Jamie missed her first 3, and I didn't make the run backs, and that's why we got the steal to start, and that got you in trouble. But then we came back once we got rid of that rock, but it was Monica and Alex played well, so They deserve to beat us for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was you guys looked good when I had a chance to glance over. But yeah, you go steal. There's not a lot of time to come back in mixed doubles either, because the game is short and ends go by in a hurry, don't they?
Absolutely, the games fly by. It's crazy. Like you're in the 4th end before you know it. Now you're like, oh man, and we got down a couple of games, but we came back. You can always come back in this game, you know.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's tough. It's tough when you get down really big early, but we made a good comeback and made a game out of it, and made her throw her last shot, and that's the way it goes. But
well, they're getting set on our feature sheet. The feature game we'll be showing is Madison Bear, Andrew STOPERA against Jenna Burcheski and Ben Richardson. STOPERA and Bear will be throwing yellow stones. Richardson, Burcheski will be throwing the red stones. On the adjacent sheet too, it's a repeat of the game we had last night, which is Persinger Plys versus Geving Violette. So we'll look in on that one from time to time as well. All of these teams on the ice now have qualified for the 2021 Olympic team trials for mixed doubles. So that was a big hurdle for a lot of people to get over. They were excited to get into that. You saw Ben Richardson after his last victory, pretty happy about that. So now they're playing for national championship in this most unusual year when you're playing for a national championship in May. So here we go. First rock from Madison Bear in this mixed doubles semifinal.
I think you're there right now.
Yep, felt heavy. Stay close though, yep.
Yeah, making this first one is really important to start off the game.
Keep
Make
going.
it close, you put the pressure on the other team right away. So
Hard.
Yeah, it does seem pretty vital to at least have a comfortable end and not be sort of chasing the whole time.
Good spot. Really good.
Andrew's happy with his partner's work there. Couple things about mixed doubles if you're new to the format. Well, more than a couple. It's 2 players per team instead of 4. Each team throws 5 rocks and has 1 rock placed either as a guard or in the rings at the start of the end. There can be blank ends, but hammer switches each end. You can't carry hammer from one end to the next. each team has the
Don't need to go.
opportunity to call a power play when they can
It's close, but
elect to
gotta
use
wait.
a corner guard with a rock behind it in the rings instead
D-line
of
at
a
least.
center line guard.
trying.
Look for that to happen. Sixth
Come
end
on,
on often is when teams use
Curl.
it. Some teams,
Good shot.
if they're behind, will use
Real
it
good.
offensively. Other times will use
Same
it
thing,
as
a
a
little tap's
defensive
really good. I think we want to move
tactic.
them.
How did you use it this week, Rich?
Most of the time, we used it just as an offensive thing. We were just trying to get up. We had a lead, and like we're up 2, and we used it. Jamie and I did really well with the power play. We never got more than 1 scored on us, and we always scored more than 2 in all 6 games.
Nice.
So we did really
Yes,
well with
line.
it. But we played it pretty aggressive.
good.
Like we played
Keep going,
the
though.
center guard, and when we had to steal a couple times, and that worked
Oh,
out well
Andrew.
for us too. So like we just went aggressive and stole. I think we stole twice on 2 or maybe 3 times on a power plays. So it was good.
When you say you played the center guard, you were pushing that corner guard over towards
yeah.
the center?
You know, we did when we were down the
that's
3
fine.
times.
Yep.
We just threw a
Just
center guard
corner
to
freeze
start
them,
off.
right?
Oh,
and
with
then,
the corner. Got it.
Yep.
Oh, great.
And then went around it, and they
That was my
didn't make
thought,
the
yeah.
double run. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that we just did that when we were down, obviously. But otherwise, we
touch
played the
less.
tick in.
Yeah, I'm interested to
touch
see
less?
how strategy continues to develop.
No.
I know, I did a mixed doubles worlds and commentary in 2013, commentating that when quite frankly, the quality of the play was not as good because the top players weren't playing it at the time. But it has improved
liked it.
quite a bit, and we're seeing more interesting play. Ben Richardson with his first of the end, I'm sorry.
Gotta go for weight. Do we need to?
Yeah, you like it?
Well, is there a point?
Sorry?
Do we need to do that?
I just think it's really hard to move this one at all.
Well, we're just trying to force now.
I know. Okay. Yeah, do you prefer putting one here maybe?
Maybe. I kind of like that.
I do too. Just top 4, top 8's not bad.
That was good talk. Good talk. Andrew, Maddie wanted to play to rip it, but they want the force here. I think you open it up, you're giving them a chance at 2. I think this is a great call.
Much more in the last.
I think
Okay.
that's an ongoing debate in every mixed doubles game is
Yep.
when do you blow it up? Because if you blow it up
Mine's good. Where are you?
too late, you
Top floor.
can't get
We're
out of
throwing a
trouble.
bit.
But I think Andrew's
can split
point here is
together,
right.
it's not
Blowing it up
bad.
only helps
Going though.
Burchesky Richardson at this point.
Yeah, I think it's a smart move here to just try to get the force if you can.
That's actually pretty good. Whoa. Okay.
Oops.
Good enough, actually.
14-8. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to. I kind of.
Just rubbed the top one. I think Madison Bear thought he was
Yeah, I think we do
safely
that.
by until
We
he
catch the
wasn't.
guard, that's fine. Just like 10-5.
So Ben Richardson throwing this 10-5. That means he's looking for it to travel between the 2 hog lines in 10.5 seconds.
Yeah, it's just a little. We call that control weight on our team, so it's just a little less than like what most people throw 9.5 for normal when they say normal, and 10.5 is just a little lighter than that.
It's good.
So control, heavy board, whatever you call it, that's 10.5.
Yeah, that's what we call
On your
it, control. Yep.
I always preferred control over the numbers
Yeah.
in my head.
Weight's good.
I think he's just going to try to make a little hit and roll here, but this is curling.
Going
Looks
hard
like he's on the
early.
guard.
He's on the high guard. I've talked to a couple other guests about this, Rich. You have to get used to in this format to missing a little bit more
see
than
a whole
normal,
lot of
don't you?
danger.
Mentally, you have to deal with that.
Yeah, you're going to
I
have
agree.
a lot of tough shots in this game. So if you're, I think,
Just
where
like
you
it's
might
almost
see
like you're straight
in some of the
taking it.
men's games,
Yep.
'Cause you're
teams
not-
shooting high 80s,
Getting it thick
on a
enough.
good game where the whole
guess that's
team is
fine,
about
like
or in that
doubles
range.
kinda
Here, if you're shooting 80%, you're going to win most games.
Yeah, I don't know if we
you
need
Right.
to whip it though. Like
Most of the time, I think people are shooting in the
Burns
70s because
plenty.
you're just you got to make these tough shots, and even like the ladies have it tough at the end sometimes throwing that draw. At least most of them are the ladies throwing the last shot, and they got to make us hit a 2-inch spot, or they'd get a 0 basically. You
Yeah,
know?
the 5-hole often has a tough
Yeah.
shot. Well, I jumped into that conversation with you, and we missed the conversation here, but we'll watch this shot.
I think Andrew's throwing the hit. He's going to hit it half the side rock into the red, the one on the button.
No,
the
you're
red
okay.
on the button.
Yeah, you gotta go.
So here's thick right now.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, took his own. Needed a lot thinner than that.
This? I just don't really want to catch this one. Sure. I think we play this. If we ever like roll over here, that's not the end of the world. Although I guess I can play a double.
Tell you what I'd do right now, Dean. I'd hit that rock as brooms on as thin as possible, and you have a chance at a huge end coming up here.
Yeah, if you
you
just play that thin double.
Yeah, you just graze that top one.
Yeah.
You can play to miss it, because even if you rolled out, it wouldn't be on the end of the world, because you're still stacked on that one. You know.
Right.
Man, you make this thin double here, and you're going to be laying first, third, and fourth with your rock
yellow
on top of them.
Yeah.
You know.
One lonely yellow behind the tee line.
Yeah. I think this in the first end with the hammer, this would be a great thing to go for, I think. But it looks like he's just going to play the hit and roll, which is a lot more conservative on this outside one.
He was nervous about picking his own out of there, but I almost think he's more likely to do that with this shot.
Yeah, or push or roll on the face and push. Ooh, he almost did that. I was going to say if he did make his roll, he might actually bump that yellow one.
Right.
Have bumped it up. So.
Last shot coming up for Madison Bear.
I was almost going to say, can we play it thin and.
Yeah.
What, just.
You don't have to throw it that hard.
No, you don't.
But I
I'm
don't
just trying to catch like here.
Yeah, you're hitting like a quarter.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm seeing.
I don't know if there's risk, like.
I mean, we never really want to. You have to catch the back end to do anything there. If we hit it thick, we're just gonna.
Like they can't make anything this way that's that good, I don't think. Like this sticks, and that's really hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't mind playing this.
I like it.
Kind of weight you throwing?
I like this call.
I don't mind firm at least.
Yeah, I think it's a good call. I assume you cannot. It's hard sometimes on the camera view that they can't. Like I assume they can't hit this yellow like
a quarter. I think it's really close.
It could be there.
Like just hit enough of the yellow.
Yeah,
that's
if you
half
hit what you can see,
buried,
and maybe you run it off, and you get 2 or 3. So she needs, if she plays this, she needs to roll in to just be third even right now. Even if she doesn't make it,
yeah,
that would be safe then.
We definitely want to lie 2, 3, 4. I think after this.
But Andrew must not think it's there. Otherwise, I think he would have guarded this or hit the outside red one or something. But
looks like she's going to hit this thick as well. I've seen, we saw in the earlier game today,
like this?
Both teams
it's a tough
watching rocks curl a little more than they expected. So I don't know.
So we noticed that a lot this week, going inside out early in the first, because when we're practicing, we're all throwing to the middle, right? So that 3 feet or 2.5 feet on either side of the line, it's really fresh, right? So we over curled on several when we were throwing inside out hits, and I think a lot of teams are, and we just saw that there. You got to take way more, and in fact, I would have probably played. Inside or outside in on that one, through the intern for Maddie instead, just because it does seem like it carves inside out, especially early in the game. So.
And it seems like the angle would have been better with the intern maybe too, especially if she was gonna. I thought she was gonna throw a little softer weight than that, to be honest.
Heavy, I thought.
So I guess this yellow isn't there. Otherwise, she'd be playing that right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing.
It looks like it's almost there. Like she could have just grazed that top one.
Looks like they're playing the straight draw. Yeah, it does look like it might have been not much harder than this.
Yeah.
Which was hard.
Right.
Yeah.
1 red.
So it will be 1 red, 1 for BURCHESKY Richardson. They score 1 with the hammer in the first end. We'll be back with the second end. Bear STOPERA will take over the hammer, and we'll see you shortly.
In 2012, USA Curling was selected to administer the Darwin Curtis Fund Grant Program on behalf of the Chicago Community Trust. The program awards $25,000 annually to support the growth of the sport. Organizations with 501c3 not-for-profit status can apply for funds each spring. For more information, check out the club section of the USA Curling website.
We are back here at the 2021 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals. This is the semifinal matchup between Madison Bear and Andrew STOPERA and Jenna BURCHESKY and Ben Richardson. Quick update on the other semifinal that's underway on an adjacent sheet. Aileen Geving and Luke Violette are out to a 2-0 lead over Vicky Persinger and Chris Plys. This is the first rock of the second end. Jenna BURCHESKY has it on the way.
Okay, I think we're there.
And I'm joined, in case you're just joining us, I'm joined by two-time national champion Rich Ruohonen, who will also be playing later this week in the men's event.
Still gotta wait a bit.
Probably the favorite going into this, Rich.
I hope so, but
I mean, maybe not a personal favorite, but you know, I think you might be an odds maker's favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing pretty well. Hopefully, we haven't. You know, it's such a weird year, not being able. We played so many
just shot.
games,
It's like
but that's about it.
full
And a couple
four?
of local, you know, like
Oh, it's just top?
events
it's
with
not
the
too
other USCA
Free is
teams,
if
and that's
throwing
about
me
it.
out, right?
You know,
It has been such a strange year, hasn't it? But you guys have had some scrimmages, I guess, some scrimmage weekends, but
Yeah.
that certainly doesn't replicate the intensity of either a major cash spiel or the week-long nationals, does it?
no, it doesn't. But I can tell you that we've been, you know, every week. Andrew moved here, so and Colin lives with me, so
gonna have
we've
to do a
had
ton to
every
it.
weekend
Hey, line's
basically
fine,
we've been
Andrew.
throwing, you know.
Key
So
line?
I've probably
still
thrown more
good,
rocks
close.
this year than I ever have,
Yep.
just because
Well,
when you're
line's
playing
good.
in a
Line only,
spiel, you
back
just
four.
throw,
Well then.
you know, 20 rocks
Maybe
at
curl?
each game, and you might play
I
5,
don't know
6,
if I
8
want that
games,
much.
whatever. But man, I don't think I've ever thrown more rocks.
It'll be interesting to see with that.
Right, good throw.
You know, maybe
Okay.
the balance of practice and play isn't terrible. You know, maybe that'll tip us to think a little more practice and a little less play. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But it is true when you play on tour and you're playing every week, you certainly your the technical parts of the game can start to erode a little bit, and then you need a practice session, don't you?
Yeah, I think practice definitely helps. I mean, you can work on throwing it all alike and things like that you just don't do if you're playing every weekend. So that part has been actually kind of good for
felt
us,
good to
but
me.
we'll see it in practice and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see if that holds. Absolutely.
And I also don't think it hurt throwing a million drops to the button in this game. You know what I mean? Because you have to do that a lot next week probably, but just throwing numerous shots to the middle can't hurt.
Yeah,
you know?
true enough.
Right to it, just a little.
So, not exactly ideal here for BURCHESKY Richardson with those rocks a little bit behind the tee line.
Yeah, this is one where I think Andrew needs to come down and just try to tap it a little bit, get to the nose, tap it red into red, and then you're in pretty good shape here, I think.
Yeah, if he gets a little bit inside,
Yep.
seems like it would be really good.
And that rock is,
It's
you know,
really got
half
curl.
open, and the way it curls here at the
curl.
end, you
It's
can
going.
easily get to the inside of this rock.
Back
Whoa,
four.
whoa.
Back eight.
Just heard
It's a
Andrew
little
say it
heavy.
will curl,
Curl.
but he is a touch heavy. He's working it over now. It's really starting to dive over at the end. Ooh.
Good throw.
Yeah, just needed a little more curl. That actually rolled to kind of a bad spot for him because it's
Yeah.
absolutely welded on the back one.
A bit unlucky, really.
Yeah.
I mean, now they're going to have to unlock that in some way, but a bit unlucky with where it rolled to, at least for his team. Lucky for BURCHESKY Richardson.
Yeah, that was about 2 inch or 2 from being perfect, actually. If he stuffed it without rolling it, it would have been great for him. But now he could be in a little trouble here. I mean, for a force, you know. It's not super bad.
Ben Richardson and Andrew STOPERA played together in junior for 3 years. Andrew skipped them to 3 consecutive junior titles. And then Ben won another junior title after Andrew had aged out of juniors, skipped by Luke Violette. So they had quite a run in juniors. Trying to get all they can out of this rock. Miss here would certainly be light.
Okay.
Probably would like it not quite that light. Let's hear what they have to think.
I mean,
Let's
like,
see
I
what
feel
they
like it
think
might
here.
just be like, you just try to piece that out.
Yeah,
of there.
even just try to move it.
I don't know if we want to overthrow it. Like, I think we just want to kill the yellow and just have them both lined up.
Okay,
And if we get shot out of it, it's nice. Like board.
board.
Well, this is a smart call by Andrew. He just wants to move it into the, hit the yellow into the red and just at least slide it maybe
Yeah, like
off
try to
the
save the
forefoot.
shooter would be really good.
Okay.
Because if he ever throws more and hangs it, he takes his own out, and now they weld another one in there, and you're
And then-
giving up 2 probably. So this is a smart move. Just try to tap it off. He's going to throw like board weight, try to move that, unlock the back one, and maybe piece the red one out to the left there.
Yeah, I think the decision to not overthrow this is big.
Hair up, if anything.
Nope, but he's
Yep,
a hair
yep,
up.
whoa, whoa.
But
It's hanging, I think.
Really got to curl.
Might be a little heavy here.
scenario we discussed might
Yeah.
be, might want to hit it
Gotta
really
Really
thin,
thin
now.
yep.
That's even worse.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that-
now he's staggered them.
Just straight guard, I think.
So the intentions
deal
were
with it.
good, but the execution was not.
I think he threw that a lot harder than he wanted to. At least a second harder anyway.
Yeah, he said out of his hand it was
Yeah.
up if anything. So he definitely wanted
yeah,
to be
I mean,
quieter than that.
we
Ben
shot that the
Richardson
whole way,
now is
so
going to
probably
guard
throw
with his
somewhere.
last shot of the end.
And this
No
is
more
a
than
good
that,
call
for sure.
because he's got one in there pretty good. It's going to take 2 shots to move that thing, probably.
Yeah,
So.
it's tough to imagine how you get at it right now. Certainly is 2 shots to get in there.
There's something under it. Yep, yep, yep,
So Ben indicating he thinks this rock
yep, you gotta go.
may have picked.
Gotta
He
go.
thinks there might be something
Yep,
under
try
it,
to
but
chip
we'll
off
see
the guard, yep.
how it reacts.
Yep, yep.
Now they're it's curling
Yep.
hard, so they're looking, hoping
well,
to
just leave
bounce
it, just leave it. That felt really, it felt like it picked, yeah. As I was throwing it, it felt like it.
I think you got
The
to.
issue is like the rock that we're never getting the rock. We need
I
to
know, we're not
score.
moving this enough. I mean, we can always score it, or
Well, how?
if we.
Well, yeah, but we can straight peel that and make him guard again, but that's not great.
No.
And I can double peel, but I don't
Can you
think
play a little less weight and we can just try to get to nose here even?
I mean, maybe we can try like the same weight I just threw.
Yeah, even, yeah, same weight.
Yeah, okay.
I think I'd be tempted to just play
think
this
that's the
with
call.
tap. Like, back line to
If we bump our
maybe
yellow or
back.
something, it might give us another option
Just try
too,
to
even.
chisel the yellow
Yeah.
for shot now.
Play around a bit.
Yeah.
Try to get as close to nose as you can on this red one, and with just like back
Curl
line.
hair more here, right?
And then if you can
Yep.
make the little tap, maybe you can lay one. They're in trouble here for a steal, though. It's not looking good. It's a lot of, unless he makes this, but this is a tough shot.
Yeah, they are in trouble. Even
Weight's good.
Gotta be
Close.
careful you don't hang it out here too.
Yep.
he likes the weight. Now Madison Bear calling him on, so it must
Hard.
be closer than the last one. If he gets tight to the guard.
It's perfect.
Beauty.
What a
There you
shot.
go, exactly as you drew it up,
Yep.
Rich.
Ooh, and you left theirs in a.
And actually, there's a way to get
So he has this.
that red
So my
out
first
of
thought was
dodge as
almost
well
just
now.
this.
So, yeah, let's hear what
give
they're.
it a
Let's hear what the Burchesky Richardson response will be.
This is like overburied.
Yeah.
So I think if we just kill this,
You
I think it's good.
I-
Okay. I like it.
I think he's right. Andrew has the easy in off for 3 here, and you can't play it because you're going to give him one for sure. Or you could possibly, if you play it, you could knock your red one out of there and be worse. So, and spin up,
that's
you know what I
their
mean?
only shot
And
right now.
so this is
So I think we
this is
just
a
get
good
rid of
call.
that
Just
and
rip
get
the
the
red one,
force.
just peel it out of there. That was a great shot by
He
Andrew.
really papered that guard.
Oh, and they
He
injured.
needed to, too,
Yeah.
to make it like that.
Where do you like
So, Rich,
mine?
you and I are close to the same age. You're a little bit younger than I am, but wasn't it great when kids came out of junior and really didn't know how to play the game? And now they do, and they don't make strategic errors. And it's intensely frustrating when you're playing against them. No, but it's quite a change, isn't it? From when, I remember when emerging from junior, it was always took you a while to figure out the men's game or the women's game.
Yeah, I think, I think
Whoa,
they've
whoa.
learned lot of the juniors are watching with curling on TV all the time and learning by watching, having the Briar on and stuff.
Do you think it's fine to play this turn?
He flashed there.
He did.
So
they were trying to take away the very shot they're calling right now.
Right. This is pretty easy, half a rock for 3.
Good. You don't
It's fine.
Maybe 4 if that
good.
back biter, it looks like, too. Oh, no. Sorry, there's another run back there.
Andrew's standing in front of
it.
But yeah,
I didn't see it.
This was the shot they were trying to take away because they feel like it could be for 3.
Kind of wait.
Which would be a dramatic turnaround this end, all prompted by Andrew Stopera papering that one guard. That's curling, right? It curls up another 1/4 inch.
Just firm.
Yep. And then he's got nothing then.
Exactly.
They throw another guard and you have nothing. So this is a relatively easy shot, half a rock. You can hit it probably a third, half, thick half, even maybe pushes it out, depending on how hard she throws this. Maddie can throw it pretty hard.
Not a rocket, but it's firm.
No.
She's out there. I don't think it's gonna quite get there.
Dead nose, So with that, it will be 1 for Bear and Stopera. A couple of missed opportunities for both teams so far in this, but we'll head to the third end with the score 1-1.
Great, the show's starting.
Come on, just trust me.
Oh, trust you, like with the dollar oysters.
I don't think those were oysters.
You survived, so...
Wait, we can't go that way.
Watch this. They'll think we're VIP.
Wow, he does think we're VIP. And backstage. Trust me now?
I never doubted you.
I did for a second, but it's gone now. I trust you.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
We're back at the 2021 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship. We are watching semifinal games. Our feature match, Madison Bear and Andrew Stopera against Jenna Burchesky and Ben Richardson. On the adjacent sheet, it is Chris Plys and Vicky Persinger against Luke Violette and Aileen Geving. The score in that game, as a quick update, is 2-2 after 2 ends. Geving Violette will have the hammer heading into the third. Here's our first shot of the third end in our feature matchup. So a couple missed opportunities for both teams, I think, in the first couple ends, Rich.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Andrew made that great shot, and Maddie needed to make the half a rock double, and that's 3. And it's when you have those opportunities, you got to take advantage of them. And now that would have been a huge 3 for them, especially when they were really in it to give up 1, trying to get them to hold them to 1, and then Andrew makes this great shot, and then you have a relatively easy one, and unfortunately don't make it. But
Christine McMakin was here for guest commentary earlier, and she alluded to the fact that mixed doubles is a miss-make game. Whenever there's a miss, you really need to follow it up with a make. Not probably that different than traditional curling, but it may be amplified with only 5 rocks per end, and so in a shorter game, right?
Oh, it definitely is. Like we had a little trouble, like I was saying, when you miss that first one, like if you're light and they wrap another, you're in trouble right away, big time. So if you can if you can follow up a miss with a make, it's a lot bigger in this game.
Any rule changes you'd like to see to this format, Rich? If you look at it, what do you think might make it like a little more either entertaining to play or watch?
I think it's pretty entertaining as it is, and I know some people are talking about have 6 rocks instead of 5, because then the men and the women throw the same amount, and I guess that would be all right. But then they were talking, you'd throw 1, 3, 5, and 2, 4, 6, and just the time involved in that, and switching,
Mine's
and
great.
I don't know, make the game longer. I don't really. I think the way it is, it's pretty entertaining with just the 5 rocks. So
yeah, I think it is entertaining. I think as most of us have grown up with a traditional game, we sort of compare it to that, and we really need to look at it as its own format, its own game with the same physical things you need to do as a curler, but just not a different format.
Like that turn better than the.
Yeah, I think it's Brad Gushu who
like that
suggested
turn
the
better
6
than the
rocks.
intern?
I've heard him
so,
suggest
yeah.
that. I can kind of
Just
see it
top
because
8?
every once in a while you're like, boy, if there's one
Top
more, you
8?
could play a run and then get
fighting
out of
top
it,
4.
with 2 shots. And it seems like that might prompt a bit more, but at the same time, I'm not so sure if you went to 6 rocks, you wouldn't be like, 7 would be pretty good too.
Yeah. I think he said something, I was listening this week, and I think he had said something like he just feels like some of the teams are too male-dominated, and that's why he thought evening it out, and maybe I misheard that, but I am pretty sure that's what he said. It would make you have to, throw the same number,
right. Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know.
Hard.
It's interesting that, initially they thought teams would switch the order throughout the game, but I think that's awkward for teams to do, right? We're all used to playing a sort of one position in curling. So I don't think you guys alternated at all, did you?
No, we didn't. And
I can also move it and just roll the shooter off.
Jamie could call the game, so it's nice to have 2 skips. So we never really got low on time because I could always be at the other end, and once in a while I'd come look, but she knew what to play, so that was nice.
Good weight.
Well, I think it's interesting. Your team, you have 2 people who are both comfortable throwing the brick, right? I think that's one thing you see some teams out here where you might have a female player who hasn't skipped and then, has to get used to throwing the last rock and ends.
Yeah, and it's a lot different. If you're a lead and you're a second, and now you got to make that last shot.
Close.
Comes Andrew Stopera with his second shot of the end. Or his first, I'm sorry.
No, it's his second, and he made the first one good, and he's making this one better.
Oh boy,
great
there
shot.
We go. Yep, he's trying to roll that as far away as he can. That is a good result, I think.
You can just make this. It might even spin here.
He made his first one really good to the top button and made this about as good as you could make it. He would have preferred to roll a little further away, but he probably made it too good. Otherwise, if it's a little thinner, he moves. He gets farther away. Yeah.
So Ben Richardson can certainly bring the heat. I've noticed this week. He can throw it hard.
I get a touch less.
Yeah, he's throwing this one hard. Let's see. I got it timed here. I'll tell you what it is. It's called 6 seconds. No, 6.5.
Sorry.
He needed all of it. He hit it a little thick, but not a terrible result.
Yeah.
But
I think this is big trouble, actually. If they make this little soft hit and roll now, they got 3 in a line, all behind a guard. You can't really see on the screen, but there's a guard, one guard straight up in front there.
That rock is fully exposed. I was thinking it was more under the guard.
If he hit and rolls here, they're in big trouble, I think. You might be having to run that back. And this is Andrew's last shot, his third.
Which is also, in my mind, sometimes if you think about Ben's shot, it's almost too late to run. You run and you
maybe a touch
don't
less
have
than
much to reconstruct.
Stay close
time to
then, Andrew.
reconstruct the end after that.
Looks like it's running.
Not yet. No.
Andrew needs this to curl. I think he needs to finish this here.
Curl.
Might be a little bigger than he'd hoped. Starting to move.
Oh, just didn't quite roll enough.
Needed to roll another half rock.
Yeah, I think so.
Could even get lucky and get it kind of thin to make that. But
kind of weight.
Peel.
Just needed to roll a little there, and then there's no double, and had him in deep trouble. So he'll just rip these 2, and then Maddie will have to draw around to the top button. There is a chance here if he just skinned it, he can go straight back and get the other one too.
He talked about just feathering it and making the triple here, at least probably chipping it onto the red, but opening it up.
But you got to be careful there too, because if you just miss it, you stuff it on the back one. So
you definitely want to make sure you make contact with that rock with the one you hit. This one looks like slightly quicker than the last.
I think he's got it.
Good.
There it is.
There it is. Yep.
Of course, Madison Bear still makes that shot, and will be pretty tough
we never be hanging out. Just
BURCHESKY Richardson to score.
You know the line, you've played it here a couple times.
You got to be careful here because you've got to get it enough buried where you don't leave a double.
Throwing a couple a little heavy.
Yeah, there could be a double for
right to nose with a bump.
3 or 4.
Yep.
I think your first one, the first end would be really close. second one was a hair heavy, but
Agreed.
not bad. Okay, you know the speed.
So when we come back in the next end, Rich, we'll have to talk a little bit about our connection to Andros STOPERA, your connection and mine actually. So
touch more ice,
we'll save that for the next end.
I agree.
Sounds good.
That's just a heads up for so his dad can listen.
So Maddie's going to try to throw this top button
Line's
pretty
really
much,
good.
top four.
Line's really good. It might need to curl a little at the end.
He likes the line. Andrew likes the weight.
Curl it. If you can, curl.
Wait if I can.
It's hanging a little bit, but it
Yep,
goes
curl
at
it all the
end.
way.
Tiny bit heavy, I think. They really need to finish this. They're going to get
Easy.
it. No, it's close.
Sit, sit.
Okay, it's fine.
Ooh.
Left Jenna Burchesky just enough room to score.
Yeah, she threw that pretty good. It just would have been nice to be like 4 inches later, 6
Yes.
inches later.
So people don't realize how hard the game is at this level sometimes, that 4 inches would be big here. Still, it's not exactly super appealing from the hack, this shot, at any time. There you go.
Yeah, it's still a tough shot. She made that really good. Got it all the way buried. You can really make them go at the end. You can carve them with just some sweeping. The ice is fantastic. It's been great all week.
This is one that's easy to overthrow and bounce off.
Felt the hair
A little
hot.
light, if anything.
Felt hot then.
Contrasting opinions out of hand.
I think it's close.
Hot, light,
Mine's good.
close. That's what we've got now, though. We've got close. I think actually from our vantage point, it looks pretty good.
I think he needs to make it curl here.
He needs to get it to go a bit.
Yeah.
I think it's close, a little short. Yes.
Yeah.
So it will be 2 for Madison Bear and Andros STOPERA. They will take a 3-1 lead into the 4th end. We'll be back with more action.
Attention new curlers! A great member benefit is available for only a few more weeks. All new curlers at USCA member clubs are eligible for a 25% discount on any Gold Line broom. To take advantage of this, your club must report their new curlers to USA Curling to get a digital code to give you for use at goldline.com. Ask your club for your code today.
During a game without speaking a number of times. We are back at the 2021 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals. We're looking at semifinal action, but before we get back to that, let's get another price check.
Yeah, Dean, I know you guys are about to rave about Andrew STOPERA and the connections to the STOPERA family and Andrew here in a second, but Ben Richardson on the ice right now, a recent graduate of the Cleveland Institute of Music. A lot of people know that he's an accomplished celloist, started playing when he was 3 years old. Now with that degree in music performance, hopefully going to pursue a career in music one of these days. While curling is certainly the calling of his hour right now, but he actually, before becoming an accomplished celloist, was an outstanding singer as a youth. Sang for the famous Northwest Boys Choir, a talented singing group growing up, and got to sing all over the Northwest and all over the country. We all grow up and voice changes a little bit, but certainly an accomplished celloist, an accomplished player. Back over to you guys.
I think what's amazing about that story, Price, is it's so similar to mine and my own great background in singing and music.
Really?
I mean, people love to hear me sing. I'll entertain you later. But yeah, Ben's a great young kid, young man, good player, and I know. I know when he was coached by Mark Lazar and Jr., Mark said he was just a real dedicated athlete, dedicated to his music as well. So good for him. He's graduating now. What I wanted to mention about Andrew Stopera, so Rich, you added Andrew to your lineup at the start of this year in this most unusual year. He's playing third for you. He'll be playing third for you this week.
Let's try for
how have
that
you
top
found
8.
playing with Andrew?
It's been great. Andrew's playing really well. We've worked. He moved here, so we.
When you say here, you mean the Twin
Cities?
Cities?
Yeah, sorry.
Not Wausau.
Yeah, not here to Wausau. My bad. Yeah, so he moved to live in the cities, and we have been throwing rocks all the time.
really
and him
good
and
here.
Colin throw during the week because neither of them work.
Great.
So they throw almost every day together, and we throw all of them on the weekends, and it's been great. We've had lots of practice games. Andrew's a great kid, and. Knowing his dad, I was kind of surprised that he's such a great kid, but then I met his mom. She's a great lady, so that makes sense. A lot more sense now.
Yeah, Bill Stopera won in 2012, so he's one of my closest friends in curling, and
nose isn't bad.
There were plenty of times we went back and forth with
What do you like for weight?
against you, Rich, with Bill in our lineup. So I can understand your caution as you brought Andrew on board, but Andrew's an awfully smart kid, too. He went to Northwestern. He seems to have a real feel for the game, instinct for the game as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he does. He knows a lot, and, he's really kind of developed, like, knowing we play off each other pretty well. Like, he'll tell me when he thinks it's Max Broom, and I kind of feel like I like to have that little trust in him. He knows, and so when he says stuff, I listen.
Yeah, it's great when you have that as a skip. That's something that gives you that little bit, so you can throw the rock with conviction and feel good about it.
Yeah, it's nice. He knows the game really well, and he's worked really hard.
This is trouble here.
Yep.
Still feels like there's something under that rock.
Ben.
Block it on here.
Yeah, I'm tempted to play the out, and if we just bump it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
I kind of like the out.
If we bump it like a rock, it's really nice.
I agree.
If we just straight freeze it, it's good too.
Yep. Broomy for the freeze.
Ben Richardson is still expressing some reservations about the rock. Andrew wants to play this with the out turn.
Yeah, he's going to try to just get inside nose, I think, here. They have him in a little bit of trouble. If you corner freeze this on the inside, even a little tap probably doesn't hurt. They got him in some trouble.
I mean, the natural shot for many people would look to be the in turn, wouldn't it here?
Yeah, I think so, but, I think he knows he threw this a couple times last end going this way in the second.
Well,
I think he feels like he knows it better.
So.
And I think you can make it either turn. You got a little more room for error here if you get by the guard tight. You don't want to be out, obviously, but.
And I think he's hopefully can do something with this red here.
Ooh. Just did not get to the inside. He was trying to do that, but he wanted to get to the inside.
Tap this back.
Still not the worst. He's still laying one, but definitely did not want to do that.
You like
he definitely needed to get to the inside rather than push that rock dead nose.
I think we just got to throw.
I guess the more conservative call would have been to come with the in turn.
Yeah, the in turn wouldn't have been bad. They would have probably just ran their red right into those then, though. But that's why I think Andrew was thinking the other way.
So now BURCHESKY Richardson, Ben Richardson here will play this in turn and try to cover more of the button than currently is covered. Little look in over in the adjacent sheet. Geving Violette up 3-2 on Persinger Plys. Persinger Plys have Hammer playing the fourth end. That's the situation you can see there.
Line's close. Line's good.
In our feature game, Ben likes the line, jumping in to add weight, distance. Close.
Go, go, go.
Okay. Pretty good shot. Not
pretty
bad.
good,
He didn't get shot out of it.
I don't think
the angles are not particularly great either now.
Like I'm tempted to play like back line and with the end and just kind of spread them.
Like that.
Like this just has to go to here. And then try to get this to like back there. I think that's pretty good. Like a hair high.
You don't ever like guarding?
I feel like we can be a little aggressive here.
Use like back line?
Yeah.
So he's just, what Andrew wants to do here is just come down with like back line, hit that red is almost on, not quite nose, but probably half.
Maybe
and
a touch
then
less?
spread them out, spread those 2 reds, move the one over and have the shooter sit there. And that's actually a really good shot if it catches enough of it here to move them both.
His partner, Madison Bear, was suggesting a guard.
Right
Andrew wanted to be a little more aggressive here.
Probably out there.
Doesn't
No,
wanna
we're
just
not on it yet.
pick his
That's
own.
fine.
Okay, sorry, I was about to.
Shoot. Okay.
My bad. Wait, it was good. I was a little.
Well, the only thing that's still troublesome for
This one?
Burchesky is the overlap, but
I don't mind it.
I think he can just play the one that Andrew had bumped up,
Yep.
play the yellow into
We
the
do
red
need
into
to
the
kill this
yellow.
somehow,
And
or this
that's
one.
pretty easy shot,
So-
actually.
I think that's the way
Just
to do
nose,
it.
get to
Okay, I
nose,
like it.
and you'll be laying 2. And they're not going to have much. That was kind of a big miss there.
Just a hair right of nose, yep.
Oh, he's going to run the guard
he's
instead.
going to play the long one. I don't think he thinks he can see enough of the other one, but I'm sort of with you. I think he might be able to, but I think he's going to run this into the...
This is not a bad call, because even if you peel the guard, they've got to be super careful here.
Right.
But if you do peel the guard, I think Andrew might be able to just hit that. Yeah, or I mean, Maddie will just hit that red one anywhere.
Yeah,
and they're both
It's
gone.
an automatic double.
So that's why I'm not sure I like this call. Because if you don't make it, you're going to give them that hit to lay 4 or 5.
So straight peel.
So now they just hammer these 2 reds are gone. It might jam.
Just need it thin, right? Not too thin, I guess.
I
Here.
think it might
Yeah,
pop
hit-
off that without touching that back
Hit it
yellow.
as thick as you want, almost.
You're right. It'll go.
Hit 2/3, it'll go under.
Yeah.
The thinner is how you get it onto this. It should just go right under though. Like that.
So
I
Andrew
like edge of rock here.
Andrew
Okay,
thinks if you
yeah.
make contact,
That
get
should be
it a
good.
little thinner, that both
Should
reds
spin
are
off
going
easy.
and they'll be laying four yellows. Probably the shooter will roll out. He's thinking like half a rock and they both go.
Yeah,
and,
I think
and slide under.
Just as you outlined it earlier, and then
Rock, it's really nice.
now Jenna Burchesky will be facing 4 with
rock,
her final
2/3,
stone if this shot's
Somewhere in
made.
that ballpark.
That's why I wasn't sure that I really liked that call, to be honest. Like
Okay.
you had a couple different shots you could have played there. You could have played the in turn around and just jiggle them around a little.
Yep.
And you have it lined up, and then you could play that run if you needed to. And I like that call a lot better because once you don't make this run, you make this shot really easy for him, and now you're going to be throwing against 4. And
Yeah, the
game's on
run
the
was a
line.
must make.
It's good.
See, that's the issue. And you talked
Way to
about
go on the end.
you talked about juniors and learning the game, and that's
Yep.
something that I think right there it was kind of not a great call, to be honest.
They rushed a bit to that
Yeah.
call as well. They didn't take they were pretty quick to make that call. So really game on the line right here, I'd say.
Yeah.
Even as early as the 4th end, but I'm going to assume
Where'd your
that
first one end up? Is like top.
Top 8.
she's going to
So
throw
we
it
need
well
to
enough to
Yeah,
cut them
top
down,
eight.
but she has to
Yeah, I
get a
think you
pretty
swept
good
it,
chunk
so
of the
top eight.
button here to score.
The one thing about this shot is you throw it every
Throw it
time.
a million times.
So
Right.
there are a lot of these are made.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little bit.
Yeah, you
Small
throw
ad
this
at the end.
about at least 50% of the
Plenty of
time, I
room.
think. Maybe more.
You got room.
Ben Richardson sweeping it for weight. It should finish
Got a curl.
as the weight comes off, but he's going to switch around to the curl side. Looks like it's going to
Okay,
be
that's
just
good.
one.
One yellow.
There'll be one yellow. That will give Bear STOPERA a 4-1 lead heading into the break. We'll look in quickly over in Persinger, Plys, Geving, Violette. This is Aileen Geving, and this is going to be the last rock at the end for Geving Violette. And now Vicky Persinger is trying to figure out how to manufacture a 2 out of this situation.
I think it'll curl with like
This
back
way?
line.
My lord.
Like it looks crazy, but
I think you're right. Okay.
I mean, we can play actually the outturn.
Well, I kind of like what you're saying because that
do that the whole thing. I mean, like I like board. I like half weight.
Okay, I don't hate the intern.
I know this seems weird, but they're talking about the intern, but it curls so much with hack weight that you can, even though this rock it's almost it's a high guard and it's almost a full rock over buried, they can make this with the intern.
And they don't have to move it out of the rings either. They don't have to move it that far. So yeah, even though it's well over buried, it might be easier than with the out. I think it is actually, but
because with the out you have to keep it so straight, and if you hang it, you take your own out and give them 2.
Yeah.
If you throw it like a hack waiter and you don't quite make it, so.
I mean, with the intern, you could throw back 12 and easily move it far enough to score 2.
Mine's good.
They are throwing the out, though.
Can't see.
Changed your mind, okay.
Well, they discussed the out. Chris said it looked
Mine's
crazy,
good,
but they settled on the out turn.
I don't know if they'd use it in a fifth.
Hard!
Pretty close.
Whoa!
She's got it.
There is a spot here that tracks, so I think that's what they were thinking.
Hard!
If he can hold it. Excellent shot. Really nice. So that's 2 for Persinger Plys against Geving Violette, and they will take a 4-3 lead into the break.
Yeah, we got a little unfortunate on a few that they just.
Want to get closer to the action? Join the Granite Society and have a one-of-a-kind VIP experience offered nowhere else, including behind-the-scenes interactions with Team USA athletes. You can become a member through gifts of $1,000 or more. With 6 unique giving levels, your donations will support continued development of the sport in the U.S. from the grassroots up. For more information, click on the donate link at usacurl.org.
And now we got Price for the 4th end break. What do you got for us, Price?
All right, guys. Yeah, welcome into what we call Butler Cabin around here, and we're here with the Strouse twins, Laney and Sam. Twins. Who is older? I'm kind of curious. Who is the oldest?
So I am the oldest, but only by 1 minute, and
by 1
she
minute.
Frequently doesn't make it seem that way. So
yeah, she seems like she's the older sister.
Yeah, that seems to be the trend when people ask who's older. People tend to think it's her.
Yeah. All right, the other thing I want to know is, Laney, purple hair, one of the last times I saw you is the lucky purple hair. Where is it? Is it going to make a comeback this week after you guys finished mixed doubles and now getting ready for men's and women's national championship this week? Please tell me the purple is going to make a comeback.
You know, I haven't thought about it. I didn't think about it. I kind of forgot that I had it, but it might have to make a comeback. I might have to get some just to put it out there this week.
Yeah. All right. Now you're skipping your team this week. Sam's going to be playing with Riley Finson. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit of time. We're going to have Monday off, and then the men get going on Tuesday, and you guys will get going on Wednesday. You guys moved to the cities, kind of, relatively new to the cities. What's it been like kind of getting out and kind of, I don't want to say spreading your wings, but getting away from home? You're the pride of Midland, Michigan, went to Dow, graduates of Dow High School, taking now college classes online, but getting away, getting out, what is this like for you guys?
Yeah, so it kind of was just the next step in our career a little bit when it comes to curling. The Twin Cities is kind of the epicenter for the U.S., and especially for us being in the program. We got, Chaska Curling Center.
Yep.
It's where we train, in the training house, kind of near the Vikings campus is where our gym is. So it was kind of the next natural step for us to take, and it's been really great having just Chaska with the ice time, and Midland doesn't even have ice anymore, so we wouldn't be able to be as prepped for this event as we'd like to.
What about for you, Laney? What have you enjoyed about just getting away? Obviously, get away from mom and dad. You get to have your time all the time.
Yeah, honestly, it's just been really nice because all of our teammates are around here, so I haven't played in years with a team that is around the same area. Mm-hmm. So I just think it's a huge advantage to have everybody in the same area where we can train like weekly if we wanted to, and so that's just been a huge advantage, and I think that'll show on the ice this week.
All right, we get you out of the hotel. It's kind of a dreary day. We not been able to spend a lot of time outside because if you're not playing, you're not supposed to be here at the rink. but we get you guys over here. What have y'all done to get outside just to, kick it a little bit? You guys, a lot of people were outside. It was a gorgeous day yesterday. Just trying to keep your sanity, whether it's video games indoors or, throwing a football, frisbee. What have y'all done kind of outside just to kind of take your mind away from some of it?
Yeah, so we brought a couple of yard games. I know we brought spike ball, can jam, and I think someone is bringing cornhole later this week. I know Laney was heading outside.
Don't tempt me. Do not tempt me.
Yeah, I see some boards over there. So
that's it.
I know Laney was tanning and stuff outside, or not really sure. I wasn't out there.
Yeah. All right, before we get back to the game, we're going to send it back over to Dean and Richie here in a second. Go-to pregame song, what is it?
Oh my gosh, this is just putting the pressure on. I don't know.
You knew I had some kind of pressure.
I really like anything by AC/DC is probably a go-to. It's just a really good pump-up song.
All right.
I was actually talking about this yesterday with my dad, and the
right.
couple songs that we settled on was Thunderstruck was one of them, and Crazy Train. So probably one of those two.
Now, and to be fair, your dad Scott could get anybody fired up for any game. I wouldn't even need music if I had your dad Scott as my coach and as my dad, because just being around him and talking with your dad gets me jacked and juiced. I'm sure. How's he gonna handle? Because he was obviously here coaching and for mixed doubles, but how is he gonna handle not being in the facility and being here with you guys both on the ice all week? I don't know how he's gonna do it.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a fair amount of calling and FaceTiming. This will be the first national event that he's not going to be at, so we'll definitely miss him there, but we'll definitely keep him in the loop.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, look, guys, thanks for taking a few minutes. Laney, obviously, you're skipping your team this week. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Sam, you're going to be playing with Riley Finson. Good luck to you guys getting started on Tuesday. Thanks for being over here, and can't wait to see you guys play this week.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, back over to you guys, Dean and Richie.
Price, we are back to the feature game action here on sheet 4. Where the power play is in effect. Ben Richardson and Jenna BURCHESKY, really, I guess, Rich, looking to change the momentum a little bit. They gave up back-to-back steals and looking to use the power play to give the end a little different look and try to generate some offense.
And they're looking really good here. So what happened? We missed. They're looking really good here. We what we missed here. Is Maddie tried to play the tap in, like the tick in. She hit it just off nose and slid it right by to the back 12, and then they wrapped another one around, and of course you can't hit yet, so Andrew threw the draw there, and if they make a little hit and roll here, they're going to have 3 behind the corner.
Yeah, Madison tried the shot that's the smart play I've seen all week, but was not the optimal result. And you're right, they have a chance right off the hop here to build a big end.
Yeah, so what you want to do here is just get a little hack waiter and try to hit and roll under, and then Andrew's going to be forced to throw the run, and hopefully, hope that he can get 2 of them out of there maybe.
I was just going to ask you what you thought Andrew would throw if this shot's made, and I think that will be the call. I think he's hoping maybe he can see a bit of something, and maybe there's some kind of double available to him.
Yeah, that's where this is big. If they don't roll, he might have a pretty easy double,
or even a slash triple.
Yeah.
Feels a hair down.
Okay, go then. Mine's
Actually,
good.
pretty good.
Oh, they're drawing. Okay.
Straight, if anything.
I thought they'd throw a little soft waiter here, but
I tend to agree with you here. A little soft weight, stack 3 behind the corner guard. Even in traditional curling, you'd be getting pretty nervous with that.
Yeah, I don't really like that call. I mean, even if he's trying to freeze, I think it's tough.
Let's hear what Andrew's going to come back with.
They'll freeze to that. Bad.
Oh, it's fine. It takes those 2 reds out of play. It should, at least. I don't mind that. They're probably coming around that red anyway.
Yeah, it's your call. I think this is the best.
Yeah.
Would you ever give any thought here, Rich? Just a drawing open side
Just
shot.
maybe a here. Quite a bit more.
Yeah, I like that.
Who's lane 1? I couldn't tell. I think red's lane 1.
Oh, they are
yeah,
lane 1.
So
That's
I don't think
true.
you can.
Yep.
But otherwise, it would be the call for sure.
Yeah.
It'd be to split the house. But I think I think this is a good call now to draw around. I just don't understand the last shot. I know he wasn't trying to be short, but
right.
and if he puts it in that pocket, Andrew's probably just hitting and rolling anyway to split the house 1-2. So
yep.
I didn't really like that call much. I think you had to move that
close.
yellow.
Might have to go a little bit.
I'd agree with you on that.
Mine's
I think
okay.
I think we're good.
Probably maybe when they review the game, they might reconsider it. But certainly everybody has options out there on the ice.
I can go a little bit.
They might have had a different plan.
Yep.
Andrew does need to bury this one.
Straight. All right.
Chaps off a little bit.
Now you almost have to throw the run here, but
that's what
you're
Ben's
probably
motioning
jamming
at.
it into something. That's the only problem now.
And turn her out.
I think out turn. Right on the nose is close.
I think this is going to jam on one of them, unless you just hit nose on the one for now, on the one that's closer to the center. So,
which might be the way to play it, actually.
yeah, that might be a better shot. Actually, you're right. And then maybe you can get that yellow one out of there later.
Yeah. Here we go. Ben Richardson looking for the run back.
Really close.
Okay.
Well, they are shot with that one welded,
Same
though.
ice should be good.
Do you like just a little lighter, actually, like where you just put it?
I mean, it was a pretty good shot, but kind
just
of
get a
not a
shot?
great result.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and I
Like,
think
he made the shot he called, but and he is lane one now. So, but that yellow is now just stuck in there. It isn't going anywhere. So.
And I think if we go back a few shots, if they were lying 3, it certainly makes, I think, all these shots a little more nervy for Bear STOPERA than what they've been throwing. So
If they made that hit and roll, Andrew would have had to throw in the run back.
Right.
And if he doesn't make it, and he only gets one of them, you're sitting really good for possible 3.
yeah, you
know?
bring 3 into play really quickly.
A little harder than the last couple.
So, Rich, we heard the Strouse siblings talking about the yard games. Are you going to be out there playing any smash ball later?
Mine's fine.
I don't know.
You got room.
Spike ball?
You can't spike ball. You can't play with them, though,
No,
of course, in the
yeah.
bubble. But you could
Maybe
ask to. You'd have to bring
use
your
their
own, I
stuff?
guess.
Okay.
I don't know if you can even use their stuff, actually.
Yeah, I probably can't.
You can't. You have to get your own spike ball.
We got a football.
Smash ball, whatever it's
for
called.
this week, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, you're good. Nice throw.
Well, maybe I'll look out the window and see who's running the good patterns.
Just tap it back here.
Might not be a bad idea. Colin's still at my house, so I could have him throw in
I think
the
line's
cornhole
fine.
or whatever, and we have spike ball. I could have him do it.
I saw you jogging when I was pulling into the parking lot. You're certainly not the youngest guy in the field next week. So, how has your approach to fitness been in this unusual year?
You know, it's been pretty good because we've had more time to do it. You know,
Exactly.
So, you go to the training house 3 days a week with Mike Glenchen, our trainer. So I do that 3 mornings. I get up at 5 a.m. to go work out, and then go right to work. And so it's been pretty good. And I got a Peloton at home, so I've been doing that in the
Nice.
days where I'm not at the training house. So. It's been pretty good. I think I'm in decent shape. I can still drop a couple though.
I tell you, look though as fit as I've seen you. So although I have to admit, when I pulled in the parking lot, I saw you jogging. I thought, who's this old guy? I gotta park, and I gotta get around this old guy who was running for some reason. Then I realized it was you.
Yeah, that was me.
Yep.
Just stick it.
I got a lot of crap from people this morning.
Yes,
So running in the parking lot, running circles, you get kind of dizzy after a while. You know, I figured it out. It's about 1/10 of a mile if you run the outside edge of the cars.
Nice.
So every lap. So
Yeah. Like it.
So Madison Bear is looking to hit and stick here. I think they will lie 3 if she does.
I'll keep it straight there.
I don't even know if she.
Yep.
No,
It's
they'll
2.
lie 2.
Yep.
Might not even be the end of the world if she hits and rolls away.
Nope, I don't.
That
They're not
one
going to
rock
have
looks
much.
lost over there. So.
Like,
A hit and stick guarantees the force,
Yeah,
right?
it's more
You
than
roll
that,
out,
yeah.
they might have something weird. I
Weird
don't
over
think
there that they
so,
might try, but it looks tough. I think the plan is to hit and stick.
I like the weight a lot.
Interesting, there, Andrew and Madison's deliveries are
Nope, you're good, you're good.
fairly similar.
Yeah, they actually worked on it. Believe
Yeah.
it or not, Maddie's been working hard to try to throw it like him.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, they.
A little more off the shoulder than some people,
Yeah.
but really quite similar.
Yeah, they talk
Yeah.
about it, and Maddie, Andrew's been working with her to try to get her to throw it a little more straight, a little more out.
A little more
A
positive.
little more positive release.
Yep.
It's super important here on this ice. You can get away with it at clubs sometimes when it's curling 2.5, 3 feet, but when it's curling 5 feet, if you throw it soft, it'll go 7 or 8.
Yeah, the difference with championship ice and championship rocks, if you don't throw it positive, you can look fairly silly. Big shot here for Jenna Burchesky to keep the game alive. She's drawing.
Okay, not much of an ad.
She needs full 4-foot.
Sounded good out of hand.
Mine's
He's just
good.
dusting, so
Looks
I think
pretty
she's
good.
Wait only.
Going to finish it here now. Starting to come off with a curl.
Hard, Ben. Place it
Working
there.
it
Hard.
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 Uh-oh. Oh. Left it a hair too long. It's 1 for Bear Stopera. They will take a 5-1 lead into the 6th end. We'll be back.
The Chris Moore Legacy Fund honors the memory of Ohio's Chris Moore, former president of the U.S. Curling Association. Chris had a passion for growing the sport of curling, especially at the youth level. With your support, we can continue Chris's dream by growing programs focused on youth curlers, such as the USA Curling U18 National Championships and the Under-14 Jamboree. Click the donate link on the USA Curling website to honor Chris's memory by supporting youth curling.
We're back at the 2021 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals semi-final action. This game has been pretty much all Madison Bear, Andrew Stopera, Burchesky and Richardson facing some tough situations. Just a couple just tough misses. So now it's 5-1 for Bear Stopera as we head to the 6th end in the game on the adjacent sheet, the other semi-final. We will have a look in shortly. I can't actually see the scoreboard, so I was planning to give a quick update here, but
4-4 it looks like.
We think it's 4-4. So it's 4-4 for anybody interested in the game on the other sheet between Geving, Violette, and Persinger Plys. That game is knotted up at 4-4 as they play the 6th end.
You know, I was going to say at the end of that last end, you know, sometimes you play to the backing and you cross center and it just gets a little, we don't always hit those spots, so we notice like when it crosses center, it's sometimes 2 or 3 feet lighter.
Yep.
You know, so she just gotten a new path, I think, and knowing that she could play to the backing probably took a little less, and then it got to a little slower spot, so she was about a foot lighter than she needed to be, you know?
That's one of those ones when I was brushing and left it like that, I would say it looked good until it wasn't.
Yes.
Never went over very well with the skip I was playing for, but nonetheless, yeah, it looked good all the way down, to be honest, and then it just, you're right, got into probably something a little fresh.
Yeah, just when you cross the center line, it curls more and it takes a little bit off. And
Line's good.
So we noticed that a little bit. That's been happening out here to a lot of teams, you know.
So, Burchesky and Richardson have used their power play, but we're going to see what they can manufacture. I imagine they're going to be playing extra aggressive in these last few ends to try to get back in this thing. Of course, it doesn't take much. You know, a steal of 2 or 3 can pop out of the bag pretty quickly in mixed doubles.
Yeah, it can. And
okay, I think I just freeze it. We've thrown it.
Andrew, Maddie have the power play left too, so they're in dominant control right here.
It's top button. There's
here.
about 5 inches in between.
They didn't want to use it here. They just want to get out of this end with either, you know, getting 1 if they can, and if they give up a steal, they'll use it next end probably.
It's an interesting point because a lot of teams do use it in the 6th end. Saving it for the 8th seems like a good move here, though.
Yeah, it is when you get control, or if they steal 2 on you here, then you use it to go up 3 or 4.
Right.
Nice. You can always go though. Yep.
You know, so when you get to the 8th, you're up big.
All the way.
You make sure you score, right?
Where are we?
Top 12.
Whoa. Okay. Yep, you're good.
Andrew's saying it's top 12.
It's really close. Nice sweep, Andrew. Really good sweep on it. 16.
I mean, they didn't have a choice to use it in this end, but I'm just saying, like, they're going to save it for 7 or 8.
Do we just, can we tap anything or should we just freeze it?
Yeah, Madison
Honestly, I think
Bear
you're
and
better
Andrew
off just
STOPERA
freezing.
have played to mixed doubles together. I think this is their second season together, so they might have a little more chemistry and understanding about how to work together than some of the teams here.
Yeah, a lot of them were thrown together just because, like, a lot of the juniors decided to play together, I think, because their nationals got canceled and everything. So it was a good move on their part to get a lot of,
Plenty
you know,
of
come
room.
in and get some rocks thrown on this ice
Line's
before
good.
this
Got a
coming
curl.
week.
Yeah, and I was pleased to see the quality play among our young players out there.
Really got a curl. Straight, straight, straight.
Ben brushing with the straight ahead action to keep this rock from
Right.
curling anymore.
These angles are pretty much perfect for Maddie and Andrew.
I was thinking guard.
Right here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see
I
them
mean,
guard.
that angle's still not
That's the
awful
discussion.
for us, but
Well, how good can he make like an intern tap? Not that good or kind of good?
he could. He can make it pretty good. I mean, I think you'd still roll like here. It's
I mean,
still,
like we could just try to get it to like. Although, probably we'd rather him run that one in than. I don't hate guarding.
guard this turn.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Like here.
Kind of like that.
I think so.
Black the
Cover the
draw.
eye. Cover eye on. You want to play the this turn out here, or do you want to try to go crossover?
Say it
With the
again.
in?
I think this is a pretty good call, Dean. I mean, you got good angles. There's
Does
not
it
a
leave
lot
him
they can
or
do with
something
that
to
top
run
red
in?
one.
I mean, it's our rock. They're sitting one. I don't think it's ever bad if he's running our rock in here.
Okay.
It's a good conversation as well right there, yeah. I mean, last bit of this
like this
discussion
ice?
is whether they play it inside out to the wing or go this wide. So sometimes we can be a little reluctant to go this wide, but at this point in the game, the ice is probably
I
pretty
know.
good this wide.
It is, but I don't think
Tight.
they've ever been, you know,
Weight's good.
outside of the
Mine's
house
halfway
on the
tight.
broom. So this is out of ways.
Hi.
Easy,
So
easy.
it's probably going
Mine's
to be
really
a
good,
little
Andrew.
higher than
Straight.
Hi.
normal,
Straight.
just because it's a new spot. Yeah,
Whoa.
still a good shot, but you can
Okay.
definitely
Just
tell
drop.
that he had to go way out wide, and it just kind of died on him, right?
Yeah, of course the stagger there does make it work pretty well.
Yeah,
It looks like Ben now is going to play this run.
I think he has to, because that's about all he has.
He has thrown an awful lot of runs in this game.
The way these are angled, though, if he runs if that red hits the yellow at all close to nose, it's both of the reds are gone. So the angles are really good for Maddie and Andrew here. But he still has to play this. He doesn't have anything else.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of great runs that have missed by fractions. So we'll see if he gets a little better luck on this one.
He doesn't seem to like it. I think he's too thin.
Great peel.
Yeah.
So I imagine we're going to see another guard.
Think we got to throw the other turn though.
Yep. It's always in.
That's one thing I noticed when we did get in trouble. If I didn't make the runs, we were in big trouble. So that happened to us a few ends where you know if I
Max
make
room
them, you
here.
got a chance,
Okay.
but he's running out of time here. You
Think
missed. He
splitting the
needed to
center
make it
line's
on
really
that one
nice.
because he needs
Yep.
at least two more. He's got to make contact twice more now. you
That's
know?
100% my theory in this format is if you get maybe one run and end and you have to make it and you can't wait too long to use it either. Sometimes it's
Yep.
just, you know, if you use it
Wait's
too late
good.
in the end, like now I think it's
Go a little
really
bit
hard
too
to
late.
make something work on this next one.
Might need a little. Ah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Maddie seems to like it,
Split
but it
center,
does
Andrew,
look like
split
it's
center.
curling.
It's not,
Curling on its own.
I think they kind of want it to die at this
Yeah.
point.
Little. No.
Stop.
Good throw. Really good spot.
Little light.
We get by the guard.
It's not bad. It's a little higher than he wanted and a little more curl than he wanted,
Yeah,
I think.
a little bit available on that
mind that,
on
to
that
be
left side. Let's hear what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Get here.
Sure. What kind of weight?
I think just like good board.
So I think his play is the out turn
like
with
that
board
ice?
weight. Come through there and chisel the red.
That's what it looks like he called.
Little
He
more.
board weight.
Basically hit what he can see of the
A
red.
little more.
But he's already lane one, so the best he gets out of this is pushing that yellow one back to hopefully have a shot for two on the next shot.
Yeah, open up
right?
the
He's
scoring
just trying
area.
to open the scoring area a little bit.
Tough shot. It'll be exciting if it through the port here. It's got to navigate a port and some guards that will be coming into play quickly.
Got it, curl.
Tough shot, and
down to like, who's even shot right now?
It's them. They were just.
What do they have here? This doesn't go.
I don't see anything for 2, I don't think.
No,
the only thing I'm seeing is this, but that's it.
No, I agree that that's
okay.
there.
Okay.
It's really, really close to not being. But if they hit this hard, like tight, this probably spins, and this I don't think this really goes anywhere.
I think
just
we're
the
still
angle
gonna be
it
shot off that.
Yeah, I like guarding this.
Okay.
hole.
Yeah, I think right where you threw it almost.
Yeah, I like that.
Right on this eyes, pretty close.
Yeah.
So good talk there. I think Andrew's right. I agree with him. I don't think they can make anything on the left side really good. I don't think that back yellow goes anywhere, and they're probably knocking their own red out. So he's just going to let him have that, I think. Well, he changed his mind now. No?
No, I don't think so. Just having one look to see what the exact alignment was. On the right there, on the right there, you're looking at the game between Persinger, Plys, and Geving, Violette.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw it in the same spot I did. I think it's really
our
good.
sheet.
Oh, sorry.
That's our sheet.
Thanks, Rich.
Otherwise, they have the exact same house that we have over here. So
I saw it pop up. Wow, that would be an extraordinary turn of events. The exact same sheet on both, exact same setup on both sheets.
So they're just going to guard the outside. So they take away this draw is what they're trying to do. The draw for 2, and hold them to 1 here.
Just kind of want it to stop.
Okay, line's fine then.
It's probably tight, but it's okay.
We're still fine.
Halfway
Line's really
tight.
good. I think it just needs to sit.
A really good guard by Maddie there. She just took away the whole 4-foot side. So now they're on the right side. So now they're just gonna have to try to draw edge of the button here.
You can even like bump it back a little
And
bit.
guards on this ice can be more challenging than many people realize. You really, I've always thought it's like drawing the button.
Sure
you really have to have it in the exact spot, or it's going to curl too much, or not enough. Often curl too much. You have to make sure you're positive to the broom.
Yeah, most often it does that because you're trying to throw it so light, and you just lose. You don't maybe throw it as positive, and it's just cars at the end. So that was a great guard. She threw that way out there and got it in a good spot.
So Jenna BURCHESKY throwing her last. Tell you what, she's had nothing particularly easy this game, has she?
No, she's had to throw this shot numerous times and been just a little heavy or just a little light.
Yeah, it's been close every time, but
straight.
The line looks pretty good.
I think it's curling. I think she's gonna
wreck. I think
they had to go to get by, and she's gonna tick. A little heavy too.
1 red.
So with that, BURCHESKY Richardson will pick up a point, and we will head to the 7th end, 5-2 advantage. Bears STOPERA. Look for, I think, a power play the next end, right, Rich?
Yeah, I think that's possible. I think you can put the game away here, but they might just say, hey, we'll do 5-2 if we give up a steal. We use the power play coming home too. So this is you can play it either way.
All right, we'll be back after this.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust, to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
I'll tell you what, Rich, those Twin City Orthopedics commercials have me thinking about a comeback.
Yeah, they get you pretty pumped up, don't they?
Yeah.
Great commercial.
So the power play is on. We do have the power play. Stopera and Bear have decided to use it here in the 7th end.
And I think that's a good. I think that's a good call.
Okay.
You know, you could do it either way.
Mine's
I think
tight.
some people would save it in case they got stolen on here, and then. But I think it's a good call. Go up 6. Make sure you score 1 here.
Over curling.
At least. Go up 6-2. If you give up a steal, it's not that big of a deal.
Right, and I think taking a 6-2 lead into the 8th, and this almost guarantees you're going to get 1, as much as you can guarantee anything in curling. But yeah, this is. I think it's a good play too. So they put up the center guard.
Either way, whatever you like.
And I think we're going to see the tick here.
I know it.
Which is
we're gonna need even less curl than we normally do because it's
pretty high.
Yeah, all the curls late.
Yep.
Just back
line, no
back
more.
12.
That's a big brain of a Northwestern kid talking about how the curl is all late, reminding her of that.
Yeah, so it's going to run straighter. That was a
It's
really
really
good
good.
talk, you know, because this
touch
guard
less
is
than we
so
want.
high and all the curls late. So he said to play it straighter.
Whoa, curl! A curl! Curl! Shoot!
Just missed the tick, and she wasn't real happy with that. And
I think she liked
she
it out
wanted
of her
to
hand,
swear,
and then
but
yeah, she did. She well done, Madison Bear. For I thought it was coming, but nicely done. As someone who's done that quite a bit myself on the mic in the past, well done.
So,
all right.
Give me ice where you slid.
Little update: Geving, Violette, Persinger, Plys. It is now 5-4. Geving, Violette playing the 7th end, and Geving, Violette stole one in the last end.
so we're gonna get a come around here. That's such a high guard that I don't know if he called this, but he should just play tight because it's you can dig anything. Yep, he's playing it tight, but you want to be buried fully under that other rock so that they can't throw a run double and roll.
Yep.
This is actually a little more like traditional curling here, right? Trying to get the 2 guards stacked so that the probably would have liked a tiny bit more separation than he got, but.
So what would have been that would have been a good spot for the first guard. Then he can go around and you can steal one. Now if you make the double peel, the end's pretty much
close to it.
Hard.
Just missed it.
Just missed it.
The end was pretty much dead. Now I think you got to go under the top 4.
So when Rich says dig it out, he means that the guard is so high that it's accessible because the rocks and the ice we have so much curl on this surface.
So I feel like in this, you just got to make them throw against 2 and hope something happens. So if you can get under, they're going to keep peeling, and you on your last one maybe you either guard it or you try to corner the one in the house. So big hope is that they go for the run back and stuff it. That's your best hope. So, but Andrew's too smart for that. He's just going to keep peeling, and if he has to give him one, he gives him one.
Yeah, the missed double peel at least gives him an opportunity here.
Wait only. Mine's good. Where is it?
Top 8.
Okay, go then. Room. Curl. Curl. Let me get in there.
And like we talked about, guards aren't always easy. So if you can just peel, make them make a perfect guard twice in a row or 3 times in a row here.
Andrew will take another run at double.
Yeah, they didn't get deep enough, so now he will give it a run. But I think he'll play it safe though.
Yeah.
He knows you don't want to leave them both.
Doesn't want to stuff it right here.
And Andrew can fire this rock, and he's throwing 6 seconds here about.
It's always kind of nice, right? Having him at 3rd when you play with a young guy. He's not happy with that miss, but it's nice when you're skipping in the rings and you can ask for the heat.
So here, the biggest problem with that draw underneath is it didn't outcount the side one. So it's not any good really right now.
So now they really have to treat it like a guard.
Yep. Your best shot right now is to go around to the back 4, back 8. That's about all you can really do here. They needed that rock. If that rock had been top 4, they could guard it now and hopefully steal one. But they need more than one if they can. But I don't know how they get it here.
Gave that quite a bit.
All right, halfway.
Looks like it's got a curl.
So Ben telling
good.
Jenna that he
Okay,
thinks he
gotta
added
curl.
quite a bit
Curl
on
it.
the release.
Yep.
I think it's close.
Hard.
Weight-wise.
Hard, you gotta go.
No, now it looks
Hard.
like it's digging in from our
Hard.
perspective.
Hard. Every inch. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Keep going, keep going,
I
keep
think
going.
they're electing
keep
to play
going.
the
Keep going.
guard of the guard. It didn't quite come up enough.
Yeah, I think we just want to get it out of there. If we don't stick, it's okay.
Yeah, it gives me something to kind of work with. Yeah, no, that's so high, we'll always get around it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Very comfortable
call.
situation here for Bears STOPERA, I think now.
Board?
Yeah, that
No, I'll throw control.
that needed to be over. If they were going to play the guard rather than the come around, then that needed to be guarded.
Right.
Because now it's a high guard. We're back to the higher guard, which you can come around and basically dig anything out that they make here. So I think if Andrew, you just want to roll a couple feet to the right. I don't think you might want to sit there, but then they're going to go around. You're going to have to play a run. So
Yeah, I don't think
roll
sitting
a
there-
couple feet
yeah.
to the right is way better. I
Yeah,
think.
sitting dead nose certainly doesn't
Yep.
help.
No, because then you're going to have to make a run.
He's close to doing that, though.
Ooh, shit, sorry.
Sorry, Maddie, that's really bad.
Yeah, that isn't good, and here's why. Now you have two guards that go around, so now the steal for one's in play for
Yeah, I think
sure.
so.
Yeah, now they have the guard situation they were trying to set up.
That's good.
Now, Madison Bear should still have the button if it's perfectly buried, but they were hoping for an easier shot for one than that.
Yeah, you did not want to roll in there because now you got two guards to go around, so
Not
you
post
can't.
it,
You don't
just
have
go
a
in the
run. You
internal
can't
game.
dig it out. It's a lot tougher dig
go
anyway, depending on where they put it. But
What
so
do you like price here?
From
But
Andrew STOPERA's reaction, sounds like he got that one started just a little bit.
yeah, he did. It definitely curled for that much weight. It curled a long ways.
Okay, big shot here.
Really good.
Okay. Line's
Ben
good.
Richardson likes the
Got a
weight out of
curl.
hand. I mean, Jenna Burchesky's been all around
Got a
the button
curl.
all game.
Close, straight, yep, straight.
Getting tight on the guard, though.
Her rocks seem to be curling a lot more than his, and I don't know if they've quite picked up on it, but
Yeah, I'm not quite, you know, Ben is often saying looks good out of hand, and then it winds up being a little light, so
You like the?
this will be an open draw for 3
My first thought was
to make
this
the
way,
game
actually,
8-2,
illustrator side.
and I think we'd see
whatever
broom
you
taps or
Yeah, I'm gonna play it
handshakes.
that way.
yeah, big miss there, and that's pretty much curtains here. They
Yeah.
draw for 3, they're going to be up 6. It's over. So
I think whether the shot's made or not, we might see brim taps, i.e. handshakes.
Be a hair stiffer wide.
you kind of wonder if her last rock might be a little bit of a cutter, and it's slow. There's a few of them out there. You got to
Right.
pick them out, and if you don't, we got trapped on that twice on 2 different games. So, you got to pick it up right away, and if you don't, it could be too late. So
On the rocks, Andrew STOPERA and Madison Bear picked the yellow rocks from sheet 5.
Felt all there.
And
But it might come
I
down.
believe Richardson and Burchesky had the red rocks from sheet 5.
I heard 6, but I don't know.
6?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're probably correct, Rich.
And Maddie's looks like she's gonna make this draw for 3.
Ooh.
It's a little,
It's dying.
little tighter than
Sorry.
they would like it to be.
Nope,
No.
it's shorted.
So they're broom taps nonetheless. So
Thanks,
the
big
final
brother, guys.
score there will be
Congrats
7-2. Madison Bear, Andrew STOPERA over Jenna Burchesky and Ben Richardson. They're on to the final. And we will move to the other game in just a moment.
We're there. There we go.
So this one, 5-4, Geving Violette over Persinger Plys. Aileen Geving throwing here.
Throwing a hit here.
Yep. Hard, yep. Hard, you gotta go.
Oh, she grazed both of them, and
That's
that's still fine. She got rid of one of them, which I think was her ultimate goal anyway.
It looks like it will be a draw for 2 here, though, for Vicky Persinger.
Yeah, this is last shot of the end here. She's going to draw in for 2 to go up 1 going into the 8th. So we're going to have a barn burner here.
Yeah, the old 1 up or 1 down without. We'll see that play out in the mixed doubles format.
We haven't been really watching, so do either of them have their power play left? Can you see on the scoreboard? I can't see the scoreboard.
Yes, Geving Violette have their power play left.
Oh, so.
So advantage to them on that. They've held it until the 8th end, as far as I can tell from the board. That's what it looks like.
A little soft again.
So that's big. Like, you can get it in the 8th end and get your deuce to win.
Mine's good.
Fairly routine draw here for 2, but you certainly want to make it. Chris Plys cleaning it on the way in. And so that will send that game. It will be 6-5 Persinger Plys over Geving Violette. Look for the power play out of Geving Violette. And we're going to go down to Price Atkinson at ice level.
Hey guys, down here with Andrew Stopera, Madison Bear into the finals of the U.S. Mixed Doubles Nationals. Guys, you've had a great week. The run continues. You qualified for Olympic trials a little bit earlier. Now you're in the final. The excitement has got to be overwhelming as you get ready to play at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, we feel really good out there. Ben and Jen are a great team, so it was good to go out there and play well and put some points on the board, and we feel good about our chances in the final.
Yeah, there are no gimmies at this point. You mentioned a great team. I mean, Jenna and Ben had a good week this week. At this point, I mean, you've just got to grind, find a way, dig deep. What are you guys going to do to get ready for the game here coming up at 7, Maddie?
I think we'll kind of rest up a little bit, maybe try to get some food in our stomachs, see what we got, and spend some time together and just enjoy.
I know it doesn't matter who you play, whether it's Geving, Violette, Plys, Persinger. You guys are ready, just excited to play in the final tonight, right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, whoever we get is going to give us a great game. They're both top teams here, so yeah, we're excited for whoever we get.
Congratulations, Andrew. Congratulations, Maddie. We'll see you here in a little bit.
Thanks.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Price. Congratulations, Madison and Andrew. We'll see them at 7 o'clock tonight in the final. And as we noted before, Luke Violette and Aileen Geving had retained their power play until this final end. So now they are down 1 with last rock, and the power play is on.
So we never had this situation in the last end. So, but I think you have to throw center guard here probably. I don't think you play the tick in.
Oh, good out on it. Whoa. Easy, Chris. Whoa. Close.
I'm not
They're
sure.
not.
They're
playing the tick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, probably because Chris loves to throw runbacks and he knows he's going to make them. But
I mean, another
or
play
doubles.
here.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, they're going to try to push it into the center, and then I guess hope they have a chance to guard that maybe on their next one.
Mm-hmm. I think Chris loves to throw doubles, as we all know. So he's probably just thinking that he'll have a double to get out of the end to hold him to 1.
This coming from Dr. Double.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the center guard might be the call and just go hard for your steal to win.
Can't hurt it.
You know, in traditional curling, that's the idea. If you're down 1 or up 1 without, right, is you go hard for the steal and you might get a force, right? That's often how we see teams play that.
And so they're just going to split the house now, and if every shot is made without a double, they win. But I think Chris knows he can take a run at a double here. I don't think he should do it on this shot. He should try to roll closer.
I don't think he can on this shot, can he?
Well, he can throw it hard enough to roll right next to it, but if you roll out, it's not that great for you. You want to stack it up 1 higher, I think. Oh, is he going around?
Yeah, because I think it's not the 4th rock yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
No, that's usually I'm making those mistakes more than anyone. So, yeah. I was double-checking myself in my head before I corrected you. So, yeah, he can't throw a hit yet.
You're right. My bad.
The mixed doubles rules people are just busy in the chat room now, Rich.
Yep. Saying, God, Rich, you're dumb.
No.
I mean, it's so high.
I think I did that once when Jamie and I were playing this week, too. I said, well, let's just hit it. She goes, well, we can't.
Don't you?
And I go, yeah, good point.
I think I've done that in my club with the 5-rock rule. Been ready to peel something and been told I can't.
So they threw the guard here.
Okay.
They're looking at hitting, huh? Oh, they're going to peel the guard?
I think so. They're talking. First, Aileen said it's so high that we're not that concerned about it, but I think Luke has decided to play this peel.
It's not. This isn't a bad call. He's just thinking he's got his 2 wrapped up.
Ooh, he's gonna-
Okay.
That was
not what he wanted.
And you can see his reaction to that. He's not happy.
That hurt. Now there's a good chance we're going to see an extra end because this is what they needed. They got that's a big break for Plys and Persinger. Now he'll just make the open hit. You got a high guard. It's really not going to protect much.
Tough to manufacture it too here now.
They're going to have to probably freeze on whatever rock they can here. Or maybe go around behind this one if Chris sticks it. I mean, go around behind the one that's already in the house.
So there's the hit and stick to lie 2.
I don't think drawing under the center is going to help you a lot here because it's so high. Maybe you freeze on the one on the left, or maybe go around. I was talking about going around it, like go around with the out turn around both, and to see if you can get to the back 8 maybe for now, and make that shot tough for him.
Yeah, basically use the one that's almost in the forefoot as its own guard.
Looks like he is going under the center.
He's playing the in-turn, I think.
Want me to look at the rub?
Or he's playing the freeze maybe on that one.
You're on it.
Angle freeze on that.
Straight.
Sometimes it's hard to tell in mixed doubles what somebody's playing because there's not a broom down, but I think they might have been playing the straight draw there. Straight come around. So if we look at the time clocks, Persinger Plys have about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Aileen, Geving, and Luke Violette have 1 minute and 26 seconds left.
Probably plus their timeout, I would imagine, too. So they're in safe shape with 2 rocks, right? 2 rocks to go.
Yeah, they're pretty comfortable. Especially if they have their timeout, which I believe they do.
Chris is just going to throw a hit on this one and
good spot.
Roll a fraction under, fully buried underneath.
Sorry. Sure, yeah.
I mean, Geving Violette have to be a little careful now they don't give up a steal as well, right? I mean,
right, they got to make sure they score because that is probably a big difference in mixed doubles versus the men's and women's game. Is it's way easier to steal, obviously. So you want to make sure you score instead of taking a riskier shot for 2, where you might in the men's game. I think most of the time it's 75-25. So for percentages of winning, so in the extra end, the team with the hammer. So but in mixed doubles, it's got to be a lot less than that. So I think you got to make sure you score here.
So they're looking at the hit and roll under.
I like this. So if you hit this half, the outside one, it probably goes off the back side of that and slides in, and then it sort of acts as a guard because there's another guard up there, and maybe it gets it in the way. So they still have a chance here.
Yeah, and even if we can hit it really thin and come to here.
So that might be like 9-5.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking that much.
10-5. I think we need a little bit of weight to pick down. I like 10-5.
Yeah,
I'm not sure they're exactly on the same page. I think she was thinking of playing it really quiet.
Okay.
I think control's not bad. Like a 9.5, 10.5, one of those. I'd probably throw 10.5 here. Try to hit half and just kind of
catch the back half.
Kiss it and come straight back to the button.
Which you wouldn't do with less weight. So I like that call.
If you make this really good in a line on the button, they're going to have a tough
right.
shot.
Tough shot to.
And then you have a chance at the win.
See if Luke Violette can redeem himself after his missed peel.
Close. Hold on.
Thinks it's a hair big.
Whoa. Whoa, on its own. Okay, yeah, you can go.
You got to curl. Make it curl here.
Ooh.
Just to the edge. So
flat center, yeah.
Now they're going to have a tough time scoring if you hit this on the nose.
Yeah, dead nose. There's not an easy path to score, is there? Okay. That wasn't far off.
No.
They probably should have hit it to make it curl a little bit earlier. Maybe. Easy for me to say from this vantage point, of course.
Yeah, I think you definitely needed to hit that earlier. He didn't really sweep it the whole way down. She was saying it was close, and if they went hard on that, they might have made it a little bit better.
He might have thrown a fraction more weight than he was hoping to as well, I think.
You think?
So Vicky Persinger here with a shot to make Aileen Geving's last shot especially difficult.
Yeah, if she noses this, I don't think they can nose on either side, so she's going to have to get the edge of the 4. So hitting and sticking here is a big deal.
On and off, usually a good sign.
Curl.
Now it needs to curl a bit. Plys going to try to work it over. It looks pretty good.
Really good.
Yes. So that's going to force Aileen into going.
We might not be like, you have to get inside of it. It might be the intern.
I mean, that guard is so high.
It is. Yeah. And
if I'm on the inside at all, are we shot? Is the question.
Well, you have to come in and kick that out. Like, you're not just like rolling, you're not shot. Like, it's
That's
you have
what
to
I'm
come
wondering.
kick it out.
Okay, in that case, I think I like the draw.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the draw's the right call here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically throw it to the tee line. And, I mean, they looked at this hit thinking that if they could, but, you know, the hit, you bring the guard into play. You've got to roll just right. You could hit it. You do definitely have to hit, I think, probably half a rock.
Think like a 90
Yeah,
out
you'd
here?
have to get to the
Like a
inside
90
and roll
out
a
here?
little, I think. They didn't think unless they rolled a good 4 or 5 inches that they could get shot.
'cause
So
we saw that one.
So they're going to
So
play
it's
the
far out.
intern draw, catching
She's-
up for the 4 foot.
she's got to go out pretty wide here too. So this sometimes is where it kind of it's a little bit slower out here. I'd ask for like 3 more feet than normal here.
Or sometimes it can be a little bit fresher too and still good and actually travel. So
I think that's more true in
the men's
game when
men's game when
broken
the
down
slide
the ice.
path gets
Yep.
broken down. Fair point.
Looks a little heavy.
That was sort of hopeful brushing, I think, there from Luke for a moment.
Good game.
So that will be it. That will be a score of 2 for Persinger Plys, and they will win that game 8-5, and they will book their trip to the final of the 2021 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals. We'll be catching up with them here shortly as they collect their belongings. But so the final tonight at 7 o'clock will be Madison Bear and Andrew Stopera against Vicky Persinger, and Chris Plys. Great run here for Aileen Geving and Luke Violette. They have booked their trip into the Olympic trials next year. So all the teams who made it to the semifinals here have earned a spot in the Olympic trials. That was a main goal for a lot of teams coming into this. And we are back with you tonight at 7 o'clock for that. So with that, I think we're going to let this team find time to recoup. And we'll see you again at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.